you doing? I'm the Heel CEO, and you're watching 4Gamers review of Backlash. With me, we got the jobber, Lynn.
How you doing?
Go ahead and throw your Twitter handle out and your shameless plug.
To see more of me, watch me on Twitter, or watch me on Twitter. You can see me on Twitter, GamerLynn. Also, you can find me on Twitch as GamerLynn.
Just watch my videos here at this channel at 4Gamers HQ. Now, let's start off right away with that kickoff show. It ain't worth a lot of time because it's the Who Gives a Fuck match starring Baron Corbin and Apollo Crews. You got two guys that don't really need to get pushed because there's no spot for them right now. These guys need a big event to actually get a spot. Baron Corbin's been trying to get pushed. He's never going to get pushed. Yeah. Apollo Crews, the Black Mr. Clean, Baby Bobby Lashley. He's just not, he doesn't have it, as Mr. McMahon would say. He's never gone for that brass ring. Something about him. Too squeaky clean. Too squeaky clean.
Well, I mean, almost every wrestler starts that way. I mean, Rocky Maivia, started that way, and then eventually he found his niche as The Rock. So I'd say with him, you can give it time, see how he works. If it doesn't work out, then, vamoose. But man, Corbin, I agree. I agree with you. I don't see it.
You gave him that Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. That should have been it. That was his one chance. He didn't do shit with it. Then start off the show. They're gonna start off big with that Becky Lynch, Natalya, Naomi, Alexa Bliss, Nikki Bella.
And Carmella.
I thought I said Carmella.
You almost did
it. I almost had it. The 6-woman pack challenge, where it turned out to be an elimination match for the first ever SmackDown's Women's Championship belt. A lot of people were fearful that they were going to go with the whole Nikki Bella wins again. Basically making her the female John Cena here, where Nikki Bella wins, LOL, flip off the fans. It came down to Becky Lynch versus Carmella at the end to see who was going to be crowned. At that moment, yes, our hopes of Nikki Bella not becoming the champion, we knew that she wasn't. It was great. But we automatically knew that Becky Lynch was going to.
Had to.
Unless that they were going to do a Carmella-Nikki feud leading up to the next pay-per-view, which doesn't need to happen. Becky Lynch, congratulations, you deserve the title. You're the donkey in the 4 horsewomen, or at least you're treated like it. I don't agree with it because I like your style, but really she was never going to get over for years if she would have stayed on Raw with those other women.
I think she would have done well on Raw. There's a lot more competition. I think she matches that competition, but at the same time, too, there's a need for SmackDown to have a woman champ, so I guess she just fills that spot.
With the lack of competition, it's going to end up hurting her more than facing the other 4 horsewomen, the Charlottes, the Sashas, the Baileys.
But then again, though...
The Alicia Foxes, even.
Oh.
Fuck you, I love Alicia Fox.
Alright, you love crazy women. But anyway, I think it's a potential because of what could become as far as wars. If there's a war happen, that's who you put on the front line against the women division.
I guess, again, congratulations, Becky. You deserve it. Not our Becky. You don't deserve a title, Becky. You don't deserve a title.
Moving on to our next match.
We had the second chance match where you had the Usos, who just got turned heel, versus the Hype Bros, who's your new hard-on tag team.
Dude, that tag team is awesome. They hype all the time. Get hype?
They look like they need to come out with a beer bong and just do a quick run real fast and then run out.
I don't want them to be the college boys. I want them to be
They are the college boys. There's nothing about them that's not the college fraternity besides their age. Zack Ryder looks like he's never left college.
Alright, I can't argue there. But there's more to getting hyped than being just college kids.
The other hype boy was doing 3-point stances the whole time, reliving his college. You're worse than little boy in there. You're worse than that.
No, don't do that.
You're worse than that.
No.
Yes. No. Hype brothers, get rid of them. Just push Zack Ryder. But then you got the worst heel turn of all time.
Terrible.
The only thing that's comparable is Spider-Man 3 when he turns emo, and that was his heel turn when he got Venom.
The only thing short of it is the dancing. If they just danced, it would have been perfect. It would have been Spider-Man 3 all over again.
They need to change their music.
Oh.
You can't come out with the same upbeat and
music.
then do this long, slow Undertaker fucking walk stare down as you're walking down. It just does not work with what they are trying to achieve there, which I don't know what it is.
With the white hood on the
angry Samoans. And I love how it went from taking over for his daddy Rikishi, just like their Uncle Umaga, who's the heel, and Rikishi was the babyface.
Yeah.
It was just until they ran over Stone Cold, but it was just bad. The Usos pick up the win to go face Heath Slater and Rhino at the end of the night. Nothing spectacular about this match. Neither impressed me again. I kind of like the Usos' new style where it's more aggressive. They're not high flying. They're just trying to break people's legs now.
Yeah, they're just going out to hurt people now.
It's obvious that I don't know what they're supposed to be the veteran old dudes that are angry. The get off my lawn people.
I don't even know if it went that far, but
they're the get off my lawn people.
Please don't do that gimmick. Just drop it. Just
I'm telling you, all these new upstarts, they're trying to come take our titles. This is our spot. You're gonna see it in a few weeks. Getting rid of that match, who was won by the Usos, who would face Heath Slater. I know later on. You had a match that I was actually really invested in. The Intercontinental Championship between The Miz and Dolph Ziggler. Not really because of the Dolph man. Not really because of the Spirit Squad member. But The Miz. The Miz has done some of the best promo work of his career. His little take on Daniel Bryan, that we don't know if it was a work or shoe or what it was some of the best mic work I've seen in a while.
I think it started off as a work, but then turned into a shoot just for the fact that probably in the middle of giving it hit home for him and it got real for him, and it sold more. It got way better because of it.
I mean, his words ring true on so many real wrestling fans' levels, to where someone who's watched throughout the Attitude Era, throughout the aggressive era, what is it called, the New Aggression Era, and now this new era, even watching some of the old stuff, The Miz wrestling like a coward just because he's not wrestling like all these other guys now who's taking all these high risks. If the words he said though ring true, he's not injured. He never misses dates. Yeah. Even when he's filming, he's at live shows, so he doesn't get ring rust.
It's this new idea of this is what a face or this is what a champion is supposed to do. You forget some of your greatest champions, $1 Million Man, Godfather, tons of people and stuff like that or whatever that have held belts or even been in the wrestling industry for so long or whatever, had these gimmicks, had these things where, these niches that they used in their favor. They were wrestlers, and they were damn good wrestlers, and so was The Miz.
But you look at a Hulk Hogan, who made his career being the Jesus Christ of wrestling, the end all be all. He made a living off of lifting up heavy dudes and landing on them with a leg. Nothing showboaty, but he's considered the best of all time. The Miz is a great technical wrestler, so is Dolph. They put on the best match out of all of these of the rest of the matches. They really put on a clinic with the classic heel finish of the hairspray or mace in the eyes to the roll-up pin. No, actually, he hit his move.
He hit his move.
He hit his move and then
Skull's crushing finale. Yeah.
It was just a great match altogether. If it gets rated a 4, I think it deserves it.
To me, it was an awesome match. The finish was even more awesome. The match was awesome. Enough said.
You gotta plug that in there as well.
You damn right.
Connor's flipping you off.
I know.
There. Earlier in the pay-per-view, Bray Wyatt decides I'm gonna attack Randy Orton. I'm gonna shove his leg in a door and slam it. Just because not Daniel Bryan, I'm thinking of fucking the shoot again. But just because Randy Orton was not cleared like they thought he would be from the elbows to the temple. Bray Wyatt comes out, claims that he is God now. And this is what gods do as he takes a forfeit win. And apparently, forfeit wins make you God.
Yeah.
If your opponent don't show up, you're God.
Yeah, you're God.
So if you want worshipers, that's all you need to do. Follow the buzzards. Find me. Find me. I love Bray Wyatt. He's my favorite wrestler on the SmackDown roster. I even got his pop thing.
Yeah.
He's the most talented on the mic in SmackDown. His matches, his style is all amazing. He puts on clinics, and he never gets over.
Never.
He never will probably get over until he becomes fully evil or they stop heejing his character so much. He takes the win over Randy Orton through forfeit. Then it's announced that Kane was going to come down in a no-holds-barred match. Kane, the guy who was just the other week fighting Fandango.
It wasn't really a fight.
Because he wanted to come down and dance. There's a fire in his belly.
So it's clear that Kane now is just a spot filler.
He also could be building up to something. Kane showing up now could be building up to a match later on with somebody. Possibly The Undertaker. I'm not sure. It was just clearly a fill-in, a safe fill-in for Randy Orton to come down and give Bray an RKO for Kane to pick up the win.
I would say if you want textbook on how to bury wrestlers, watch this match.
Bray,
they just buried him.
Bray the whole time carried the whole match. He did all the table spots. He used the chair. He actually knows what he's doing in the ring as a young talent. Listen to some of the interviews of Bray Wyatt in the past of how he was just offered a mic. And he himself what he was after he was just given a mic. He deserves to be a top contender, and the way they buried him tonight is just disrespectful to everybody as wrestling fans. And the future's bleak. Wrestling fans, future's bleak because of this. I'd like to have a moment of silence, if you will. I'm not going to be quiet, so just pause the video real fast. Welcome back. It's just a sad day, the fact that they would bury Bray so much. And yeah, it's going to be a Bray Wyatt versus Randy Orton feud. Hopefully he gets over in the end. He goes into that main title hunt. But right now, things are sad.
Yeah.
Go ahead and pause for another moment of silence. Welcome back. Going into the next title match, which is the tag titles. The Angry Usos that just drank venom fucking juice or something.
Against the one-man band!
And the Republican nominee for Michigan, I believe, Rhino.
Rhino Gore!
So Heath Slater has been on this journey to get a double-wide trailer and a contract for SmackDown. So him and his 8, 7, 17 kids in his above-ground pool, they could all live a happy life.
Don't forget girlfriend. Are they married?
Wife? I think that's his wife. It's his wife. Because they offered the interviewer Cheese Whiz the other week.
And Rhino ate it.
With a sad face
With a sad face on
it. It was better acting than most of all. That sad face cracker was better acting than the whole primetime players fucking promo the other week. Like, that cracker needs to be like the Wilson from Castaway of wrestling. It was magical. It wasn't Matt Hardy. Delete magical.
Oh, God.
But it was magical. However,
this match I enjoyed. I actually really did enjoy. They hit some good spots.
They let Rhino do his old man gore, but they let Heath Slater shine in this to carry the whole match through the angry Usos, really pulling off moves that I didn't think that they would let him pull off, and they become the first ever SmackDown Tag Team Champions, and Heath Slater's a part of SmackDown now.
Finally, thank goodness. Even though, granted, this has been a long road for him. All the while, it's been hilarious. I mean, he's taken a lot of bumps. And I mean, this is coming from a guy that's probably been in the business for a good amount of time and went nowhere.
I mean, this is Heath Slater's version of Damien Mizdow. How they were always there, but they finally found something that got them over the top and got them, the recognition that they've never gotten. Hopefully it doesn't lead to Heath Slater going to TNA like Damien Mizdow. So after Lynn was done celebrating this match,
I was happy.
He almost killed his wife when he tripped. I thought I was going to have to call somebody or just drag bodies out of the house so I didn't get sued. Was the AJ Styles Dean Ambrose match. Connor, come here. Come here real fast. Look at the camera, please, Connor.
Ladies and gentlemen, Connor.
For 5 cents a day, get down to my level. For 5 cents a day, zoom in on him. Zoom on his face real fast. You may be able to help this Dean Ambrose fan. Because it was finally shown. Dean isn't ready for the title. He probably won't ever be ready for the title the way it's going in SmackDown. And for 5 cents a day, donate to my Kickstarter fund for a new chair. You may be able to cheer up this fella. Now go over there. You're not needed anymore.
Now bring it to
Zoom
my
out,
face.
zoom
No,
out.
now bring it to my face.
No,
now.
zoom in his face, I guess.
Ladies and gentlemen, your new SmackDown World Champion is the phenomenal one, AJ Styles. This is a man who 16 years in the business has struggled through all kinds of promotion, finally has made his way to title ownership. The phenomenal one, the one that they didn't think could hold a title quite yet, has done it.
New hairstyle and all. Now zoom out. Let me know when you're in shot. You in shot? You good? Dean Ambrose is exposed for the man he really is. Not championship worthy. Not contender worthy. Not good. Just not good. That's why we need your 5 cents a day. So we could get Connor therapy that he so desperately needs to see talent. Because he can't see it. The phenomenal one is your champion after this long, arduous journey of his. From Japan, TNA, other places. On the road with Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows. Probably a very smelly car. Listening to Stone Cold impersonations. Can finally hold the main title. Yes, the main title. Fuck Twizzler's belt.
Oh.
I'm sorry, Kevin Owens. You my dude. I hope you get the undisputed title one day. But he gets the main title. The title Dean Ambrose could not hold. He couldn't hold a conversation in an interview with Stone Cold either. But he held his own in this match just enough to lose that title. Fuck you, Dean Ambrose. Fuck you in the deepest pit of hell.
God damn, wait a minute, hold up. This hatred. No, he ain't that bad, but I will agree though. This title run for Dean Ambrose has not been the greatest. He's really, I mean, even his last match with Dolph Ziggler and stuff like that, Dolph showed off. Dolph was, I would think, the lead in that match. I almost feel like he was calling the shots for most of those spots. I don't know. I don't know whether he wasn't ready yet or, he's just not that guy yet, but, I mean.
Dean needs a new belt. Dean needs what I talked about in Backlash. SmackDown. Get yourself a hardcore division.
Ooh.
Let Dean hold that up with his death matches. Do not put him right back in this title hunt. Yeah, he's got his rematch. I understand that. Give somebody else a shot to feud with AJ. Make AJ babyface because he is not doing heel that well, in my opinion. Give him a true heel to take the belt. Give him a true heel to fight with. And actually add some prestige back to this title because right now the Twizzler belt unfortunately is winning. The belt belongs on Eve Marie because she's all read everything and she's coming back from suspension in 8 days and I can't wait.
Just to be able to not show up to her own matches again.
Hey, crowd is mean to her.
They gonna stay mean.
The match itself was decent.
Yeah.
I'm happy with the outcome. You left on a high note. After the burial of Bray Wyatt, you needed to change SmackDown, or you're forever going to be the number 3 show behind not only Raw but NXT. And probably Matt Hardy videos soon. You're going to be 4th. You're only going to beat TNA.
I ain't gonna go that far, but yeah, y'all need to work out something here.
That has been this episode of 4Gamers Review of WWE material stuff.
Backlash?
Yeah, I guess.
You have to pay for
It was forgetful. I'm sorry.
Oh.
If you like our talk, we do talk a lot more on our podcast, Who Brought the Ladder, where we have a lot more voices in. You'll see that desperate, sad Dean Ambrose fan actually get to speak. You'll see Becky, who does nothing but shake her head in the background, actually get to talk. You'll see nothing. Because we won't video it.
Yeah, it'll be a podcast.
It'll be a podcast on SoundCloud. We'll put the link in the description where you could hear our past views. We did a WrestleMania one and all that, where we talk about States of the Union, where I called a lot of what WrestleMania was going to be. Actually, I'm right about most things, so you'll get first exclusives to the upcoming storylines if you listen to our podcast.
He got dirt sheets, y'all.
I'm your heel CEO, and get back to work. Cut with music.